Oh, here he goes. Here he goes.
I'm not buying that thumb.
Oh.
It tastes salty,
I'm
too.
shocked.
Rob, good morning. What's your prediction for the game?
I'm going against the grain, of course, in this situation. Skip, I'm going to do a history lesson because this is going to be historic. When the Jaguars beat the New England Patriots 23-17. Do you remember when Rome fell?
Yeah, I was there. I was there.
Didn't you cover it?
It was something. I wrote about it.
Yeah, what you wrote? What you reported at the time, Skip?
Yeah.
476 CE. That's what it happened
Okay.
when Rome fell. CE is Common Era,
Yeah.
in case you don't
Yes.
know, right? BC, before Christ,
Right.
all that, AD, after death.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just want to put it in because this is going to be like of that proportion. And it's not that the Jaguars going to run away with it, but I just look at this team is built. It has all the things that normally disrupts a Tom Brady.
It does.
Up front, pressure, they make plays in the secondary, right? They run the football.
Yeah.
No one rush attacking football.
Exactly. And the Patriots were 20th against the rush.
They were.
So this is a thing where they can maybe control the clock a little bit, keep the ball away from Tom Brady. There's so many things that I like. And I know people, the Jaguars, a joke, Jacksonville, the best team from London. I get all that other stuff. But if you just step back from the uniform, step back from their history, which isn't good, just step back and just take this football team face value. This team can and will beat Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. And here's the reason, Skip. Ultimately, I'm not buying a Tom Brady thumb. I'm not buying that Tom Brady's going to have his worst day at the office ever, and that's how the Jaguars are going to win.
If he does, it'll be because of the Jacksonville defense, not because of that.
Exactly. But the reason that they'll win is that defense that we saw earlier will reappear, and that will be the downfall of the New England Patriots. That the Jaguars will be able to run the football, control the clock, and Bortles will only have to make 4 or 5 really important throws to win that game, and that's why the Jacksonville Jaguars will win, go to the Super Bowl, and the New England Patriots will finally fall just as Rome fell. Nobody believed that they would fall. Rome fell, the Patriots will fall. It'll be all over. The evil empire will be no more.
Skip, did you know Rome was going to fall?
I saw it coming.
I think he predicted it before the season started. Yeah.
Predicted it. I didn't know you were teaching history at USC. Are you a history professor?
I'm not. I'm a journalism professor.
So what does that got to do? So
He's a reporter.
I'm a reporter who knows his history.
Well, first of all, Rob, in their first 5 years in existence, they did play in 2 conference finals. So Jacksonville wasn't always a laughingstock.
No. But you remember they had to change the rules because when they came in, they had a lot of money to buy players.
Yeah.
One year I watched Mark Brunell win at Denver against Shannon Sharpe's team. How did that happen?
That was unnecessary.
And you still got in the Hall of Fame.
Skip.
It happened.
You don't have to keep bringing that up, Skip.
No, it's just one of those days. It was your worst day at the
Yeah,
office,
it was.
right?
It's the worst day of my NFL career for certain. Absolutely.
Okay, just for the record. That was just a point in Jacksonville's favor. They did that to you.
Okay, anything else you want to add?
No, I'm just saying. He was saying they're a laughingstock. They weren't a laughingstock.
No, but I mean of recent. You know, people don't look at them or take them seriously.
Right. And that's the thing that I've been saying, Rob. I'm not saying Tom Brady is not injured, but I don't think his injury is as significant as they're playing it up to be, because I know what Skip Bayless wants to do. See, Skip Bayless wants him to be, his thumb come out there about this big, and then he'll go out there and throw for like 315 yards, 4 touchdowns, and you're going to say, did you see what Brady did?
With a bad thumb.
With an injured thumb. Oh, he had a catcher's mitt on his hand, and he was throwing the ball for 500 yards. I know how you do it, Skip Bayless, and I know what the narrative and the story. See, it's not good enough for Tom Brady and all that he's accomplished to say, you know what, Tom Brady's going to his 8th Super Bowl, chance to win his 6th. That's not good enough. He's 40. He's got to be 40 with little boy blue thumb, with little Jack Horner. Who sat in the corner with the thumb? That was,
right.
Well, whoever it was.
He's our history.
Right? Didn't he have his
Yeah.
thumb in the pie or something?
Yeah, he sat in the corner. Yeah, so that's what Tom Brady is now. He got a big old swollen thumb from
What are we talking about?
because you trying to play up Tom Brady's injury.
Tell me when it's my turn.
It's not your turn yet. I just don't trust Blake Bortles.
I understand.
Last week, he was unbelievable last week. Can he replicate that? That's the question. Because I believe the Jacksonville defense will do what they do. But Tom Brady's going to make plays. That's what he does. He's always done it. Can Blake Bortles get those 4 or 5 throws to give him a touchdown, give him a couple of first downs, and flip the field?
And don't turn the ball over. If he doesn't throw an interception, they're 10-0 this year. What? They're 10-0. So if he can control that and make those 4, that's all you need from him. Because Fournette can run the football. If he can just throw 4 or 5 times, Skip.
But skipping out, we picked Patriots go to the Super Bowl.
No, I understand. So you're going to stick with it.
Skipping out don't like to be wrong.
Yeah, because Shannon was afraid of number 12. He was afraid number 12 was going to make him eat crow on this show once again. So he said, I got to CYA. I got to pick the Patriots before the year just so I can say, I'm going to root against Tom Brady, but just so I can say, well, I picked him, right?
Well, unless Pittsburgh got Mean Joe Green to come back in his 20s and Lambert, I'd have picked the Steelers.
Tom Brady has won 5 Super Bowls. This is his 7th straight AFC championship game. He has shattered. He has just run away with all the postseason passing records. It's a joke what he's done to all of those, in part just because of his longevity in the postseason.
Yes.
He does not need to make up an excuse. He doesn't need any sympathy. He doesn't need to create any fake news storyline just to create some sort of diversion or distraction. These are the New England Patriots. They are Rome, if you will. I don't like comparing the fall of Rome to the fall of the New England Patriots, but whatever you want to do that makes you happy. He doesn't need any of this. Something is really wrong with his thumb, or he would not have missed practice yesterday. He would not have come out for the first time ever with a glove on his right hand, and when they blew up the pictures, you could just see it was wrapped. Something went wrong. I don't know what it was, and I hope you're both dead right that will have 0 impact because I don't want to talk about it anymore. And if he throws for 350 in this game, you won't hear a peep out of me about the thumb on Monday.
Now, if he throws for 215, will we hear about the thumb?
No. If he plays, he plays.
Okay.
And he's won. He never makes an excuse. Trust me, he's supposed to do a media session right after our show's over. I think it's at, I forget, 12:15 or whatever. 1:30, I think, today. 1:30. Trust me, he will just, to use your word, he will poo-poo any questions about the thumb. He'll say, I'm fine, because that's all he ever says. He had a bad Achilles all year. But wouldn't even mention it, wouldn't even deal with a question about it.
As he is, how did he hurt his Achilles?
I don't know. How do you hurt it? Jogging, running, pushing off it? You know how you hurt your Achilles.
I guess you jogging, wasn't running.
Well, how do people rupture their Achilles? They can be just like trotting along for no apparent reason and just trot.
Normally sudden movements.
Not sudden.
Yeah.
Hey, I saw Jim Miller, the Bears quarterback, one year. He had thrown the ball, was just trotting, watching it go downfield toward the receiver. His Achilles tore. I saw Randall Cunningham. He was just in the pocket. Dan Marino was just in the pocket, and he'd thrown just a little push off, and it's like genetically flawed.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it just ruptures for no. It's the worst injury in all sports because you're never going to get it quite back your calf where it was. Okay, but he fought with Achilles tendonitis all year, but he didn't talk about it. He had a bum left shoulder, not his throwing shoulder. Didn't talk about it. They would put it on the injury report. Didn't talk about it.
And he would miss practice.
Okay, he missed some practice, but it's for like the Jets. These are the Jacksonville Jaguars. You don't think he wanted to practice on Thursday? He's a practice quarterback. He's a timing thrower. He's a reps quarterback. He needs to develop as much rapport on time with all those little receivers he's got, all those little Amendolas and Hogans, because they're running option routes that require mental connection. And the more times you can practice it, the better. This is by far his biggest challenge. I agree with every point you made, and I said earlier, if I hadn't picked Brady and company before the season, I would pick Jacksonville. I picked Jacksonville to win at Pittsburgh. I'm just hanging on to my preseason pick because I don't like this. Thumb or no thumb, I didn't love it. And now I really don't because I think something's wrong. And clearly, if it is a thumb, if there's anything wrong with it, if he has soreness in the thumb, you both know to grip a football And if accuracy is your primary attribute, is it not going to damage your ability to guide the football?
Sure. Absolutely.
That's what separates us from the apes is this thumb, right? That's why we're able to do stuff.
All right. Okay. So if you fracture, I don't know where he's a history professor.
Yeah.
Now it's
Now you Diane Farby. Now you know Jane Goodall.
Goodall.
I mean, what is,
okay. So obviously, if you fracture your little finger or your forefinger, you can just tape them together and you can get away with it. You know, it might not hurt your accuracy at all. But if you can't grip, you can't throw.
I mean, well, for a quarterback, anything on his hand, on his throwing hand, it's hard. When you're a receiver, you can tape fingers together. Defensive player, everybody can tape fingers. It's kind of hard when you're the quarterback to tape fingers together or have anything going on. I mean, I just dislocated this thumb and I played with a splint, but I didn't have to throw the football. I was trying to catch the football.
Do you see a big score? I'm curious.
I got 27-24.
What do you got, 27-24?
I think the thumb's a factor. I'm going barely Patriots 17-14. Low score.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.